What is up, my One Piece fam? I'm sorry I have not posted any One Piece content on this channel in months, and I've actually been posting JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but we're back with something I've never really done before. Usually I do chapter reviews. Today I was inspired to do a theory analysis discussion, that sort of thing, because I've been rereading the series in prep for a hypothetical future series I might do on this channel about perhaps reviewing every chapter. I don't know, but I just rereading it for fun in general. And I came across, or I'm currently on chapter 823, and a certain panel in there. This is like the final two chapters of Zoe, and there's something that caught my attention in a new way, and I wanted to talk about it. Let's start with Usopp. Most of you probably know that the lies that Usopp tells eventually come true in the story in some way. Just off the top of my head, there was something about the goldfish or something, and then they go to a little garden and it was like goldfish something. There's a lie about, like, he goes to see little people and then he meets the Tontatas, I think. There's a bunch of them, a bunch of shit he says to Kaya. If I was a true One Piece theorist, I would have all of these off the top of my head, but you get the idea. But what if I told you that same concept of the liar telling his stories and then the stories come true later on in the story? What if I told you something like that happened again in the story? But instead of Usopp, it was the captain of the Alabasta army, or the guard, or one of them. We're talking Vivi's trusted confidant, Igaram. In this chapter, 823, Vivi is on her way to the Reverie, and she's very excited to be sailing again, and she's up at the top of the ship with her arms all out, Titanic, Jack and Rose style. And Igaram is worried about it, and he gives 3 predictions / worries of what could happen to Vivi. The first one is, what if a great monstrous bird should appear and snatch you away? And as soon as I read that, I thought, hey, doesn't that actually happen in the story? Does Big News Morgans not count as a big monstrous bird? And is Vivi not currently with him? Has she not been taken away in his blimp or his flying machine? I don't remember. Whatever the fuck Big News Morgans is in. I think that counts as a big monstrous bird. Could this be a prediction from Igaram coming true, much like the Usopp lies? Which means, if this is the case, will these next 2 predictions he makes in the chapter come true later on in the story? Let's take a look. He next says, what if a sniper has his wicked sights trained upon you? Now that brings to mind 2 distinct possibilities. Number 1, Usopp. Usopp is a sniper, not so wicked, but a sniper nonetheless. And since Dory and Brogy have just shown up to Egghead, spoiler alert, by the way, I should say this theory is for people who are caught up. It seems clear the Straw Hats are about to go to Elbaf, and Vivi was with them when they went to Little Garden and met the Giants in the first place. So in my mind, it stands to reason it would be poetic and parallelic. I was going to say symbolic, but not quite. It'd be a good parallel for her to also be with them when they go to the land of giants, Elbaf. And in my mind, Vivi has always been an honorary Straw Hat. She is a member of the crew. I do believe she will rejoin the crew by the end of the story and just straight up be one of the Straw Hat main characters. I sincerely believe that. And it might happen in this arc. The prophecy of Igaram might come true. She might be joining Usopp. Because if Big News Morgans is on his way to Egghead right now for the big scoop, and we know from the Oda narration boxes that the Egghead incident is this worldwide phenomenon, is Big News Morgans going to be an eyewitness who reports on it himself And while he's there watching Luffy fucking kill a Gorosei or whatever the hell's going on, will he drop off Vivi with the Straw Hats, aka Usopp the sniper, and she'll join them permanently? Or, sniper option number 2, he's been getting a lot of hype lately. You know, we're talking about Van Augur, who just had the coldest line of dialogue in the arc, with a complete lack of respect to a Gorosei, straight to his face, not even looking at him. He says, yeah, we're after the world. We're going to steal it from you. And at this point, I'm convinced they will. When Emu was introduced, most of us assumed Emu would be the final boss that Luffy has to face. But should it not be Blackbeard? Blackbeard is my favorite villain. He's the best villain. He should be the final villain. Now that Katarina Devon can transform into a Gorosei, and now that Luffy is probably going to kill one, maybe Blackbeard can use this to his advantage to take control of the Seraphim and all of the pacifistas. And, you know, I think Blackbeard's gonna become the new king of the world. That was the goal of Rox. Blackbeard wants to be the new Rox D. Zebek. His ship's called the Saber of Zebek, all that shit. I think Blackbeard is going to maybe actually fight Emu himself and kill him and replace him and be the new king. That doesn't really have anything to do with the Vivi theory, but I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here with... I'm very excited after this last chapter. I'm very excited with where One Piece is going to go with Blackbeard. But what if the sniper is Van Augur? The Blackbeard pirates have already kidnapped Pudding, Big Mom's daughter, because they want to awaken her third eye to read the poneglyphs. Could Eager Ram's prediction be that Van Augur will be the sniper who kidnaps Vivi as well? And the Blackbeard pirates will just, I guess, have a whole harem of waifus that the Straw Hats need to go save. And Igarim's third prediction in the chapter. He says, what if a meteorite falls upon your head? Well, there's only one character that comes to mind. Fujitora, folks. What other fucking character can just pull a meteorite down from space with gravity to throw it at his opponent? He did it like 3 fucking times in Dressrosa. I'm guessing somewhere in the final war, when Vivi is a full-fledged member of the Straw Hat Pirates, after being taken away by the wicked sniper known as Usopp. And Fujitora, he's an admiral. I think he's going to flip to the good guy's side at some point, but if they have to fight him before he flips, maybe Vivi's involved in that fight, and maybe Fujitora throws a meteorite at her. And by then, she will have Kuma's devil fruit. I believe that theory as well. She will get the pawpaw fruit. And maybe she can use it to repel a meteorite back into space. I don't fucking know. But, rereading One Piece, you come across little panels that, given new context and new information with 300 new chapters of the story, it's recontextualized in a way that it can open your mind to a whole new possibility of shit that can happen. And you know what? Bonus theory while we're here and talking about Vivi. Let's talk about some ships. I know a lot of people want Luna to be the thing. Luffy and Nami. I disagree. I think they have more of a brother-sister family love. When it comes to Luffy's love interest, I don't want it to be Nami. I don't want it to be Hancock. Disgusting. She's fucking 31, lusting after a teenager. Disgusting. But Vivi, come on. I mean, she has the daydream of being the pirate queen. Is that not how the story should end? Luffy is the pirate king, Vivi, his bride, the pirate queen, aka the actual queen of the world. Let's be clear here, folks. Oda is not against royalty. The whole point of One Piece is, like, you could have a good leader. The qualities of a good king are evaluated through Vivi and King Cobra and Riku and I guess Odin to some extent. Like all of the leaders in One Piece who need to be redeemed, and Luffy needs to help them defeat the bad guy. They're supposed to be the qualities of a good leader. And at the end of One Piece, when King Emu has been defeated, King Blackbeard has been defeated, the world will need a king to help rebuild it after it's been destroyed. Just like Dressrosa, the whole fucking kingdom was destroyed. The good king had to come back in and help the people rebuild. That's going to be on a global scale, okay? At some point in One Piece, Blackbeard will win. The end of One Piece will have literally the highest stakes possible. Blackbeard will literally be the evil king of the world. He'll have the power of all of the ancient weapons thanks to Caribou. I did not forget his name for more than 1 second. Caribou. Yeah, he's a simp just like Bartolomeo. Blackbeard's gonna have all the ancient weapons at his disposal so he can help, he can flood the world and all these different things and destroy islands like Emu can. That's the threat. Emu is being built up so that it is scary when Blackbeard replaces him and inherits all of his powers. Blackbeard is the true fucking villain of One Piece. It's a story of pirates. Of course, Blackbeard will be the final villain. I apologize for having a few shots tonight, folks. But anyway, my point is, I think Luffy and Vivi will be together at the end of the story. Even though Luffy is pretty much asexual, I think he'll grow out of it. Again, sorry for all the JoJo content. I hope you One Piece people see this video and it pops up and you enjoy it. And let me know what you think of all my thoughts. And let me know your theories in the comments. I sincerely will read all of them. Okay, bye.